intro there tonight. Just kind of come on for a quick live, see what everybody's up to. How are you? Nice to see you at the House of Thrillers. Can you hear me okay? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels with sound effects and B-roll that goes along with the story. The prologue last night, and we'll see how it goes tonight. I may do a little reading, but I just kind of wanted to come on and see what all my community's up to, and let you guys know I've got a lot of good things planned for the year, and going to finish out some reading. Getting back to some of the old ways, you know. We used to, growing up down here, Sherry can tell you that, everybody had a garden in their yard. You know, my dad, he grew corn and beans and different things like that. Y'all like the stream okay? I'm working off in Prism tonight. I was using Streamlabs and my computer's just not doing too well, so. Yeah, just trying to get my little garden going. Kind of don't know what I'm doing too well. Some beans going. I've got some cucumbers, some other things, whatever kind of produce that we have in the house. I just kind of propagate it and get it going. So hoping to get a good yield out of some fresh I'm going to start doing some microgreens. I don't know if you ever do. It seems like you can get a pretty good production of food over say a 7 or 10 day period with, maybe grow a pound of microgreens. And, say I got the idea of taking, one of those big turkey containers, big aluminum things you cook the turkeys in and stuff at Thanksgiving, and to get some microgreens going, and evidently, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can just about eat anything that grows a couple of inches high as a microgreen. I'm not really sure about that, but I need to get some peppers going too. Sherry, she grows some good peppers, and she's got her own sauce and stuff. And so you guys staying safe? I tell you, it's some trying times. Honestly, I just haven't looked at the news that much today, but I think you guys are well aware. Y'all are smart people. You're well aware of what's going on, and we'll just kind of have to see how this plays out. At least seems like Prism does a good job, as far as giving you some graphics and things to work with. But it makes your phone awful hot. I do miss my Blue Yeti microphone. I had the Streamlabs going on my laptop, and yeah, it was just, anyway, technical difficulties. So, yeah, I mean, where do you even begin to talk? Every YouTube channel on the platform is talking about what's happening right now, and it's kind of hard to get your mind on anything else. I mean, first and foremost, I think we're all concerned about how we're going to put food on the table and pay the rent and everything else. What's up, Scorpion King? That's some talent coming in the house right there. Therian, nice to see you at the House of Thrillers, my friend. You guys come on in, pull up a chair. We're just kind of taking it easy, and I knew Hunter would be here. It's nice to see you tonight again. Definitely, if y'all don't know who the Scorpion King, he's a young fella, and he is very talented. I love listening to his music, and but yeah, you guys, just a lot of things going on, and in some ways we've got a lot of time on our hands to think about things right now, and so whatever we can do to encourage each other to carry on, and hey man, I'm not much of a green thumb, but I started a garden this past few weeks, and it's really doing well so far. But I'm pretty well stocked up over here. I don't intend on getting in these long lines at Walmart and all that stuff. But whatever you guys. Sometimes I'm all about stream of consciousness. I'm a pretty well-read person and a lot of different topics that I can talk about. Um, from business to writing to creation. There's some great, talented people in here already tonight. Yeah, stores are crazy up there, huh, Sherry? Getting cleaned out, whatnot. I'm trying to think, like, who do I really kind of following around? I'm not big on the mainstream media as far as finding out the truth about what's going on. I like to look at different sources. And hey, Muka Fitness, nice to see you there. Welcome to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I write and read my novels with sound effects. A lot of these people in here now have heard me read. Yeah, it's a ghost town up there, huh? Where you at, Scorpion King? Tell me you're not up in like Detroit or somewhere where it's really kind of getting rough. Yeah, I don't even know, what to think about New York. I'm down here an hour from New Orleans, so that's concerning to me. I mean, I'm not gonna sit around here and trying to beat everybody in the head about it, but like I knew what was going on when Mardi Gras was taking off. New Jersey, oh, New Jersey, wow. Yeah, they got things pretty much locked down up there, huh? That ain't no joke, man. My best advice, I'm trying to stay on the positive side. I've been following this thing since like mid-January, when it came out. And, I've been going down these crazy rabbit holes for, being a writer. There's a lot of stuff that I've written that I haven't published yet, and it's pretty inflammatory, a lot of it. I always knew that I would be like that, but I kind of pushed the envelope. A lot of writers in the history of the world, they've had their books banned or even worse. Muka Fitness, I'm gonna have to check you out. I think that we're connected. If not, I'm not really in a position to have a look right now. Yeah, Scorpion, you don't know it, but sometimes, like, if you were to look at your analytics, you'd probably see where you see little jumps in some of your songs. Sometimes I put your music on whenever I'm writing or doing something. It kind of puts me in a good mood. There's a couple of times where I read and thought about doing some montages and getting you to collab with me or even produce some music, but yeah, there's Adam Trippy, dude. Welcome back, my friend. Nah, pardon me, my throat's a little scratchy tonight. But no, we were basically ordered. I'm down here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we were basically ordered to if we're non-essential, shut our business. I have a hair salon, so I basically had to shut down. And now that I'm here stuck at the house, which is not, that big a deal. I'm pretty much an introvert by nature when it comes to art and writing and stuff like that. But for some of the other members of my family, it's a bit difficult to not have that social aspect, and I think a lot of you guys can relate to that right now, and especially with the kids. They're cooped up, and they really need that social life. I didn't realize how much it would affect my son, but it's been tough on him. Excuse me. My new song tomorrow will get up on payday. Heck yeah. I hope I didn't miss anybody there. Elbow cough. Yeah, well, I'm in the green zone right now. I mean, my house is like cleaner than the hospital. Well, no, I don't know. I spray my doorknob up front whenever anybody comes home, kind of make a little inspection if I'm sitting anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm back here in the library, kind of chilling out with you guys. I appreciate y'all coming in and spending a little time with me. I hope that I'm able to cure some of your boredom and get your mind off of things, and even furthermore, put your mind at ease. I think that I trust. Sometimes I hear things, and I trust things that I hear. It makes sense. What's that say right there? Yeah, a lot of Netflix being watched right now. Oh, thanks, Rhea. Sending the blessings and love to your family. When all this is done, it's going to end one day. There's going to be a lot of mental health issues with people. Some things are going to change. I do think it's pretty amazing, like, how we're kind of coming together on a lot of things in this country, and bringing the best out, and it's bringing the worst out in a lot of people too. But what can you say? I think the biggest thing, and put your mind at ease when you go out there, where the contagion is. Just if you can't not touch your face, because I've learned to not touch my face when I'm out there. But and if I walk around with a little 2-ounce bottle of Purell in your hands, you put that on there, it'll take care of it. That's all I can tell you. You've got to be like a hand fiend, man. I don't, unless somebody coughs right in your face. And here's another thing. I really believe that the viral load of this thing, like if you just get a little bit versus a lot in the beginning, you give your body a chance to mount a defense. And I do have some empirical, evidence. There's some videos floating around as far as a great site, MedCram. Maybe I should type that anyway. John Campbell, he's another doctor that's working on a lot. And then there's also some really interesting theories about hypothermal stuff. I'm not a doctor, so don't take this with a grain of salt. Yeah. There's something about, for some reason, this thing attacks the innate immune system, and then you get that cytokine storm. If it's going to go bad, supposedly you're going to go bad a short time after you get the fever. You're going to have that shortness of breath kind of thing, and I've got some friends that are in pulmonary, and they're doctors. They're at the serious front line of this thing, and it was a bit scary for them in the beginning, but now they're seeing things kind of reoccurring at a steady rate in a similar manner as far as that goes. But there's a lot of talk about flattening the curve, which is a bit cliche at this point. I think you kind of have to look a little bit deeper and further at it. But why is that happening? Like, normally flus and things don't attack us like that, like, or turn our immune system against us, you see, because like when you're dealing with a cytokine storm, what you're having is like neutrophils and killer T cells attacking the site, and they're taking out the good and the bad cells. But we don't want that to happen, because that's where the fibrosis comes in, and you have permanent lung damage. But hey, SARS, what's up, my man? How are you? welcome to the House of Thrillers. Miss Canadian Scrapper, nice to see you. But yeah, if you could cut that off at the pass, and what they believe while that's happening, some of them believe that is the immune system's getting fooled into being shut down in the early stages, and this is how the body reacts. It just puts a full frontal assault onto basically the area of the lungs. But oh heck yeah, man, got the wet trim done. Blue pipe dream, that's what's up. Playing this whole thing to get us. I don't know, you're young, Scorpion man, and like, you know, you guys, I mean, thank goodness, like, it's not affecting our young people like Spanish flu did. I mean, 100 years ago, what they dealt with, and I studied plagues and things 20 years ago. I've read a lot of great literature about pestilence and disease and different novels. So, I mean, take it from an older, wiser person that, like, this is nothing new to the world. We're just fortunate that even our grandparents have never had to live through anything like this. Yeah, that flush going, man, getting them set up. That's what's up. Yeah, I can't wait to be able to be in the same boat with you guys, down here in Mississippi. So, yeah, you talked it out with them, huh? But understand, man, back then they didn't have ventilators. They didn't have antibiotics. They were taking like aspirin, which is a NSAID, a non-steroid and anti-inflammatory, and it was just toxic. I mean, that's why they tell you, lay off the ibuprofen probably, and it's just going to make it worse. I mean, the body has a fever for a reason. It wants to put your system into a hotter state that this thing doesn't enjoy. It doesn't want to replicate. So, like, to quell your fever might not be a good idea, but it's a lot of old remedies. And as far as like how they're trying to understand why people are getting this attack on the lungs like this. I mean, it kind of takes you out, just like, hey, Wendy, great to see you too. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too long tonight. I was just trying to work everything. I appreciate all you guys coming in. I'm going to chill out with y'all for a few minutes. Rita might be able to talk me into going into chapter 1. We read the prologue last night, but kind of depends on here how my voice holds up for a minute. But yeah, they're talking about some like kind of hot and cold therapy, like probably because it's the way it's suppressing the immune system. You should be getting a fever a little bit sooner, in other words, to start fighting that, But for some reason, with your immune system getting suppressed, the fever comes a little later, and it's like it's already the thing has already had a chance to start its cytokine storm. You see, so like, what if you could induce a fever early? Would that stop that, and keep people from having to go to the hospital? Now, if y'all want to know more about that, go check out MedCram, MEDCRAM, MedCram. Francis Atkins, how are you? Nice to see you at the House of Thrillers. Hey, Anthony, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels with sound effects and B-roll that goes along with the story. Tonight we're talking on, some serious stuff, and it could be, back in the old days, I think it was before 1918, there's some papers written how a lot of army type hospitals and sanitariums especially the sanitariums would use like this hot cold therapy. And basically, for what I see what that looks like at home is like, you know, just getting in a hot bath and then getting into a cold bath kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you got to kind of know what you're dealing with. Are these real doctors? Are they, you know? So, yeah, but I think it helps to maybe talk about it. I think, you know, there's still people are at different spots with this thing. You know, I think we've all kind of come to terms that it's definitely, you know, time to make sure we've got our house in order and, you know, get over the fear and anxiety of this thing and realize that it will be over one day, and we'll be better people, you know. J420, oh, I remember you. Your grandfather is an Army veteran? Oh man, I bet he's a tough old cookie. I got my 90-year-old friend, Lee Cody. He's an author friend of mine. He actually wrote a book called The 14th Denial, and it's a book about the murder of Johnny Mae Chappelle, a black lady of 10 kids. Back in 1964, she got killed by 4 rednecks, and anyway, it's a good book. I got the pleasure of kind of editing, and you know, I didn't really want to take credit for that, but what the heck, man? There we go. We'll see what you think about that. I made that up about an hour ago. Just kind of weave some stuff together.